In the news this week, the UK Supreme Court rejects an attempt to liberalise Northern Ireland's abortion law. Institute Director Colin Hart calls for more to be done to keep married couples together. And victory for the US Christian baker standing up for religious liberty. Hello. The Supreme Court has dismissed an attempt to overturn Northern Ireland's pro-life protections. It ruled against a case brought by the Northern Ireland Human Rights Commission, saying it had no standing to bring the legal challenge. Some judges took the view that preventing abortion in the cases of rape, incest and severely life-limiting conditions is incompatible with the European Convention on Human Rights. But the court acknowledged it had no basis for making such a ruling. Dawn McAvoy of Both Lives Matter said it should be a moment to pause and be thankful for the lives this judgment will save. The Supreme Court has dismissed the case brought by the Human Rights Commission. In doing so, it has made clear that there is no human right to abortion. The decision came in the same week that the House of Commons debated liberalising Northern Ireland's law. Women MPs were at the forefront of opposition to Stella Creasy's motion to remove legal protections for the unborn.
What this proposal would do would be to impose on the people of Northern Ireland one of the most liberal abortion regimes anywhere in the world, of abortion on demand up to 24 weeks. What it shows today is that this issue, and we've heard it from many speakers, is actually a Trojan horse for what is really wanted, which is removing sections 58 and 59 of the Offences Against the Persons Act, which would introduce abortion on demand for any reason up to 24 weeks.
Northern Ireland Secretary Karen Bradley said it would not be appropriate for Westminster to impose changes on Northern Ireland. Prison governors are warning that vulnerable women will be put at risk if sex offenders claiming to be female are allowed to more easily move to women's prisons. Andrea Albert, president of the Prison Governors Association, warned that to put men who declare they are women into women's prisons would be very damaging. The government is currently considering allowing people to legally change sex by self-declaration. One prison governor said, "My fear is that this could make it much harder to control the transfer of born male transgender prisoners to women's prisons. This could lead to vulnerable women being intimidated and even attacked." The director of the Christian Institute has said that society should be doing more to help married couples stay together, not making it easier for them to split up. Colin Hart spoke out during a debate on BBC Radio 4's Law and Action programme. Currently, in England and Wales, a couple must prove their marriage has irretrievably broken down. Jo Edwards, former chairwoman of family lawyers group Resolution, claimed that a no-fault system was needed. But Mr. Hart said such a system would facilitate divorce.
Are we trying to save marriages or we facilitate the divorce? So in that 6-month period that Resolution are talking about, what will not be happening is provision of marriage counselling. That a lot of people turn back from divorce, preventing the sorts of negative consequences that come from marriage breakdown for adults and for children. And what we should do, what society should do, is everything to help get those couples to stay together. And that's the problem with making divorce easier. What it ends up doing is leading to more divorces.
And finally, a Christian baker who declined to create a wedding cake for a same-sex marriage has won his case at the US Supreme Court. Jack Phillips had politely turned down the request at his Masterpiece Cake shop and was sued by the two men involved. In a 7-2 ruling, the judges decided that Phillips had faced clear and impermissible hostility for his religious beliefs from the state of Colorado, but stopped short of making a more widely applicable judgment. Phillips expressed his delight at the result. "It's hard to believe that the government punished me for operating my business consistent with my beliefs about marriage. That isn't freedom or tolerance. I'm so thankful to the US Supreme Court for this ruling." Well, that's all for this week. For regular updates and information on all our stories, plus much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. Until next time, goodbye.